we want to structure a day, which is very, very important. Now, it's good for any age. We'll start with age 0 until 4 years old. How can you set up rules and boundaries to a newborn until 4 years old? So each age needs different rules and different boundaries, right? So let's see. First of all, we have to, even though they are small, they need a day which is structured. So now, to teach a child a structure is not by talking to him. It's not going to help talking. Is you learning on the job. He will learn on the job. Meaning, our sages are saying, "Emor me'at ve'aseh harbe." Say little and do a lot. To a child 4 years old, what you can explain them already? You have to take actions. So if it's every day, so be prepared for resistance from the child. Be prepared. And you continue. The child resisting again, you continuing. Until the child knows that's the law in the house. But if you're going to sit down and talk to him, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You have to take him and tell him, okay, you have to sit over here. Sit. He doesn't want to sit. Okay, you have to sit, Habibi. He will learn through actions, not through talking. This is a process, and it's not quick changes that you're looking for. Because you're trying to mold the child to a certain way of life. This is take time. It's not going to be overnight. But what happened to us? Every moment that the child resisting, it feels like 1 hour. Take once a watch and see the resistance that he had, how long it took. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. That's the maximum. But why it looks like 5 hours? And every time the child becomes stubborn, you feel that it will never end. But my advice to you, if you're going to see the pace of the child, how slowly it changes, okay, you see that the time of the resistance is going down and down, less and less. If you do not believe me, write it down, okay? If you have less than 4 years old, come up with a rule and see how long it will resist it. Start the time that you started and tell me when it was ending. And this will give you a chizuk, it will give you encouragement to continue like this. So from age 0 to 2 years old, there's no need to explain the child why we acting this way or that way. No explanation. You don't ask the child, 2 years old, do you want to sleep? Pick him up or pick it up. I say, okay, time to sleep. No. And we're not consulting with him if he wants to take a shower. We take him to the shower and say, okay, we have to give you a bath. Do it without any talking. Time to sleep, you put him in the bed. Even though he's angry and he's crying, zero. You can calm him down. You can, but don't lose your confidence because he's starting to act up. The rule is say a little and do a lot. That's the rule. Because the child, he senses right away if you're acting from confidence or you are hesitant and you're scared. So we have to come prepared. Prepared for what? For resistance, to anger. They want to say no to you. Be prepared. Be prepared. If you prepared, you know it's coming. Yes? Because it's a nature of every person. Do you like when they implement on you rules? I'm asking the older people over here.
No, we don't.
No way, no.
No.
So if we don't like it, what do you want from a child? Tell me. What do you think we say? Yes, sir, I'll do everything. Tell me something. How many times, there is a boundary and there is a rule in the shul. You cannot talk in the shul. Hey, right? Who is following the rules?
Not the adults.
And then we get upset on our kids. Why don't you follow the rules? Excuse me? They don't like when you implement on them rules. But we have to continue. I'm doing it already in my shul, and my shul is well known that they're not talking them. And from time to time, okay, after 31 years, okay, that I have to remind everybody, 31 years. I have to remind everybody, the rule is still implemented. You're not allowed to talk. So encourage the child. Tell him, to the people I know that they have a tough time to close their mouths. Okay, when I see that they didn't talk after that tefillah, I always chase after them and say, today I'm very proud of you. I know it's difficult for you not to talk, but I saw you didn't speak today. Kol hakavod to you. Continue that way. Meaning it's encouragement. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the same thing to the child. Kol hakavod to you. I saw that today you were able to overcome yourself. Kol hakavod. So the child will get encouraged. Yes? Don't come and tell him, finally you listen to mommy. Finally. It's about time, no? That's not encouragement. That's embarrassment. Now the child is 4 years old. We're moving forward. Here we go. Now we have to change. Switch it a little bit. You can give the child a free choice, but limited one. Example, he doesn't want to go to the shower. So what are you going to say to this child? Tzaddik, Moshe Tzaddik, you have a choice. Either you go in by yourself, or I have to take you in. Your choice. Meaning, in you going. But it's your choice. Are you getting inside by yourself? Or I have to escort you. Most of the children, they understand very well. They'll get in by themselves and say, I hate it, I don't want it, you're forcing me. Don't fall for all this. Okay. So at the end, they're choosing to go in by themselves. What to do with the child that he is abstaining? He doesn't know what to choose. When I decided not to choose, it calls also choice. I chose not to choose. If this is a choice?
You don't get the question.
Yes, it's a choice.
Yes.
Wrong choice. Wrong
Good.
choice.
That's the right answer.
Sounds like a trick question.
Only the teachers would know it.
To choose not to choose, also it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So you should tell them, I see that it's very difficult for you to choose. You decided not to choose, okay? So I'll choose for you.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. So now, you hold the child firm, and with pleasantness. Meaning you hold his arm tight, and you smile at him and say, okay, it's time to take a shower. But he feels over here that somebody means business. Ima holding him kind of tight, and she smiles at him and says, We're taking a shower now. That's the way to act. Don't get angry. סבלנות. Smile. So now the child knows that he had a free choice. He chose not to choose, but at least he knows that Ima give him the opportunity to choose. But the message was clear. You taking a bath, either you're walking inside on you, or Ima will take you inside. Your choice. Now let's go to food. You know, I hear many parents, they're complaining that the children, they take a piece of bread and they walk all around the house. They cannot sit on the table and eat. And when I spoke once to a mother over the phone, she told me her children don't sit on the table. They're taking their food and then do akavot around the house. She tried to explain them, to punish them, to reward them. Sounds familiar? Sounds familiar?
Yes, very.
She was begging them. Imagine Ima begging her children, please sit on the table. Nothing. So not the sense and not the request. What else can I do? She told me, what else can I do? I did everything. I tried everything. She tried all options that she had. Only one option she forgot. How do you teach a child a routine that food is only on the table? Akafot is only besimchat Torah in the shul. With food, you have to sit and eat. So we have to teach them time of meals and a place of meal. Do you want to implement it? Yes or no? I need an answer. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I heard only 3 voices.
Yes, Rabbi. Yes.
Yes. You don't have kids.
Nobody wants to talk to me. Okay, very good.
Please, everyone answer. Rabbi, want to make sure everybody awake.
Just check.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Rabbi?
Oh, yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay.
Of course I can hear you.
Everybody said yes.
The question is if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Everybody answered wrong?
Okay. If the child is less than 4 years old, take away the food from him. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Usually we don't like to do it. Wife finally is eating. Take the food away.
And he runs around.
Put the food back on the table and say to the child, here, not there, here. And you tell him, in our house, you eat only in the kitchen. On your place, by the table. And every time you're doing the same thing. Before you're giving him the food, you tell him, you're going to sit over here, yes? You're not going to walk around. The minute that you walk around, like, sweetheart, hold on a second. I'm going to take the food away. And then you have to wait for the next meal. Okay, Tzaddik? Okay? That's it. Yeah. Pitong you see akafa. He thinks he's in the shul. He's doing akafot. Right away you come. Okay. Here comes mommy. You don't know where the table is. Okay, take the food away, said. Okay. You're going to eat by next meal. Ima will shoot herself. How can I let my child starve until the next meal? But that's what it takes. The child needs to see that every word that you say is coming from a serious place. It's not, then they take you seriously. Now, a child over 4 years old, you're already 5, 6, 7. Excuse me, you have to go back to your place and eat in the kitchen. If he's not, he doesn't want to listen, you should walk toward him. No anger, no clue. Don't be angry. Take away the food from his hands. And now, be prepared. He might gonna throw a tantrum. You took my food, you mean. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this.
If he's running around, take the food away from him.
Yes.
Rabbi,
Yes.
if the mother sits with them, would this is going to be better if the mother sits with the kids and eat herself? So, because if the mother runs around, then they won't sit down, I think.
Absolutely. You don't have to eat with them, you're feeding them now. But if you want to sit with them, so make sure everybody's sitting with you.
Yeah, I think the mother should sit with them so they see that the mother, if the mother runs around to rooms and rooms.
Oh, that's.
Right? I think they
Of course not. Of course not. But our job is not to give in.
Right.
You tell the child, I understand that it's difficult for you to sit on the table. I know that. Try to hug the child. But if he says, don't touch me, okay, leave him alone. Why? Because he is resisting to what? To the authority. He doesn't like authority. He's a child. Yetzirah. It's normal. When child resisting is normal, it's normal. Why parents feel it's not normal? It's normal. When he will come down, and eventually he will come down. This is the time to tell him, I'm happy that you were able to overcome. He came down. And that's it. But you don't give up. The eating is in the kitchen by the table. So now let's say the kids find a new game. They're sitting by the table, but they're playing with the food now. They take their bread, they put it inside the Coca-Cola or the water and then making mishkababel. It means what? They don't need food. When you're hungry, you don't play with the food, you eat it. If they have time to play, meaning they're not hungry. Agree?
Yes.
Very good. So what are we gonna do? You take everything off and with a smile on face and say, I see that your stomach is full. We will wait for the next meal. And you walk away and they can scream, oh, like sirens. We want to eat, I'm hungry. In few hours, I'm gonna serve the next meal, so then you can eat. Zeu. No discussions. You promise if I give it to you, you're not gonna play with this? You promise? You're done. You're done. No promising, no klum. I see that you don't need the food. That's all. You think next time you play? Now, when was the last time that you did it?
It's been a long time for us.
I'm asking the young ones. Anybody home? Are you all sleeping or what?
We have big kids, so for us it's been 15
We never did it, but I wish we could go back. As we said, now they're left home. It's too late for us. We'll try it with the grandchildren though, whenever we see them.
Well,
Rabbi, sorry, today I had the same problem. My kids were just running around during dinner, so I'm going to try that tomorrow. Thank you for the advice.
take the food away.
But it's hard to do it with the 1.5-year-old. It's hard to do it.
If they're playing, meaning they're not hungry. Hungry people, they're eating.
Right.
And this is for them a treat to see how Ima have to beg and they took you out of what you have to do and you're wasting time and time for what?
But they eat when I follow them. When I follow them with the food, they eat it.
That's how they get attention. And you have to teach them this way. You're not going to get attention from me. Find a different way. Okay? It's not a punishment. We parents, we see it as a punishment. It's not a punishment. This is a sensible outcome. It makes sense. When a person playing with food, I'll tell you what I did once. Okay? So I feel good. Once I went down to the basement of my yeshiva and I see two kids taking a bagel and they throwing the bagel as a frisbee. One is there, one is here. Whoop, so whoop. Right away, I walked inside. I said, okay. May I have this bagel, please? With a smile on my face. And I told them, I see that you don't like bagels. Said, no, but we ate already, that's the extra one. Uh-huh. Okay. So I told them. First of all, it's a big sin. Second, if I'll see it one more time, here are the consequences, okay? The bagel is to eat and by the table. It's not a frisbee. And I said in a very nice way, I smiled at them. And I made sure for 1 week to go downstairs every day, just to see what they're doing. So I told them, I'm very proud of you. I see that you overcome this obstacle. Very good. Today, they, Baruch Hashem, teaching other students.
Very good.
Baruch Hashem. Now, I see them every day, and I see how they teach. And I was asking God just to teach them a little bit. If you see a child throwing a bagel as a frisbee, what you gonna do? He said, Haimoff, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I promise you it's not gonna happen. Okay, fine. You have to be firm, but sweet. Don't show anger. When you show anger, you're inviting a competition. Now, when the children finally sitting by the table, don't come with the, Why couldn't you do it in the first place when I told you? How long it took me to make you sit down? This is not encouragement. You come to the child next to you and says, Am I so proud of you? You know? I see that you overcome your, the fact that you like to move and you're sitting and you're eating. Kol hakavod to you. I see that you're putting a lot of effort. That's all. The child will want to improve himself and to prove himself also.
You need to encourage them throughout the process.
Always.
Otherwise, yeah, they don't, yeah.
Now we're going to the toughest one, which is, I'll give you one guess.
4 years older.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Wow.
Going to sleep in any age. How are you going to be successful to put your children in bed and they should stay there? So first of all, you have to understand, it's very problematic for every family that I know. It's problematic. I went to, I read here, there are so many theories of psychologists why kids don't like to sleep and so on. Some saying they have fear in them. And some saying they're afraid to separate from Ima. Some afraid that Ima will leave. All kind of theories. There is many reasons why children don't want to sleep. But if you're going to deal only with the reasons, you're not going to come out with any results. We need results. So what's going to help us? Being psychologist?
That will help a little. No?
Action.
Action.
We need action.
We need to show we are serious.
So I have 14 advices what to do. If you want, you can write it down. Number 1. For the kids to sleep, they need to be tired. If you are not tired, you can go to sleep?
No.
So you cannot demand from your child to sleep at noontime, a good nap, and then at 6:30, 7 o'clock, go to bed again. Will not happen. The child is not tired. Either you don't put him to sleep at noontime, so by 6:30, he'll be already asking by himself, I want to go to sleep. So first of all, we have to make sure that the kids are tired enough to go to sleep. Maybe don't put them to sleep at all at noontime, or if they must go to sleep, so maybe a little nap, and then you wake them up, because otherwise at night they're not going to sleep. Number 2, you have to implement an hour for sleeping according to the age of the child. You cannot ask a 12 years old to go to sleep where the brother 5 years old also is going to sleep. That cannot happen. Don't expect from a child 10 years old to be at 7 o'clock in his bed. Will not happen. So sometimes the laws that we try to implement are impossible. So before you put a rule out, you have to make calculation and after all this, to assess if the children will be able to take it or not. Now, let's say we spoke about it, everything is fine. We have an hour to sleep. Let's say, for example, 8 o'clock. So if you are the captain, you have to be there by hook or by crook. You're the captain. You implementing the rules and you are not there. So you have to be home on time so you can give the children food and to organize the time for going to sleep, the homework and everything. You cannot come late home and then you, no, my, now don't fall off your chair. Fasten your seatbelt. Number 4, take under consideration that the time to take them to sleep, it takes 2 hours. It's a mission. Usually this mission takes 2 hours.
So if you want them to sleep 7:30, take them to bed, starts from 5:30.
No, the process starting 5:30. He might have to be home already 5:30 to start the process.
Right.
Meaning we have to eat, we have to do homework, we have to take a shower. I have to tell you a story by the bed, and I have to read Kriyat Shema with you, talk to you, how was your day, what happened in school. This takes time.
Relax the child also a little bit.
It takes time.
Right.
So you cannot be tired. Ima cannot be tired. I hear all the time, I'm exhausted, I don't have koach, I'm this, I'm that, I'm working, I'm coming home, I have no steam anymore. So if the captain don't have koach, what do you want from the soldiers? Imagine your captain in the army. Guys, I'm tired. Maybe you can go fight for me also. That's a captain. And if they say, but we need you. What? Then you get upset. Go! I told you to fight. That's how it looks. The captain is lost. Ima is lost. She's tired, she came from work, or she went shopping. Why are you going shopping in the afternoon while you know that your kid's coming soon? You're going to be exhausted.
You have to be organizing your timing, as a mother. Yeah.
Because you have a mission, and the mission is bedtime. Because to put the kids to sleep, you need koach, you need strength. You cannot be tired. And if you don't have the strength, that's where all the problems are coming. We have no patience. A tired person has no patience. Number 6, and this is also fasten 2 seatbelts now. Number 6 is disconnect your cell phone. No telephones. And lock the door, the entrance door. No in, now is wartime. No flying zone. We don't want any interruptions from the outside now. Now we have to concentrate. Are we doing all this? Hello?
Yes.
Anybody
Yes,
else?
Rabbi. Yes, yes.
Yes, we hear.
I know that you're here, but I'm asking, are you doing all this? Are you disconnecting your phones?
This one nobody gonna answer, Rabbi.
I know. I know nobody gonna answer. It's very much recommended to dim the lights at home. So the kids will feel, the light, even the house became dark, it's time to sleep now. When the light is, like a daytime, who wants to go to sleep? Dim the lights.
Rav, that's what I would do when my kids wouldn't want to go to bed. I would shut off all the lights in the house. Right away, they would go upstairs.
I didn't say to shut off the light, I said to dim the light. Okay,
I
good.
had no choice. They wouldn't go upstairs to their room. I just shut off all the lights in the house. And right away, like mice, they run upstairs.
Good. Because when the lights are dim, it gives a feeling of, calmness. It's calmness. Number 8, in a family that you have a little one and older ones, first you take care of the little ones, put them to sleep. Then you deal with the older ones. Number 9 is very important. And now you have to listen carefully. When you're putting them to sleep, the house has to be calm and quiet. The atmosphere is very important. When you have people at home and the house is full of noise, the child will not sleep. He wants to be part of it. So sometimes I know, unfortunately, I still have to fight it. People like to watch movie together, husband and wife. I don't know who give them the permission, but they decided on their own. And the TV is loud, and they hear the kids, ooh, bam, boom, bam, boom. You think this child will go to sleep?
No, of course not. He wants to come out and see what's going on.
Yes, absolutely. A child is very difficult for him to disconnect from the action. They like action. So if the older brothers, they're playing and they're making noise, you have to tell the older one, go to a different room, please play, be quiet until they fall asleep. We need quiet now. When there is a quiet, you sleep. I'll give you an example. When you're going to a lecture and the one who giving the lecture, he speaks quietly and is not interesting, what happened?
You fall asleep.
Everybody falling asleep, right? But if you have someone that's throwing jokes, everybody, ha, 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 hoo, are you're gonna fall asleep?
Oh, it's exciting.
It's exciting, that's it. So the kids are the same thing. Number 10, you're very familiar with. Children like to instigate everything to drive us crazy. They're already in bed. Ima, I need to drink.
Yes. Yeah.
Ima, I need to go to the bathroom. Ima, I have a headache. You have to be prepared in advance already.
What about Ima? I'm hungry. What should you say? No more.
So you can be very nice to say, we have 5 last minutes. Whoever needs to drink will drink. Whoever needs to eat, eat. You have 5 minutes. Yeah. Go to the bathroom in 5 minutes. Everybody is in bed.
Okay.
And no more requests after 5 minutes. And you have to be firm, and they're gonna test you. 10 minutes after that, Mommy, I don't feel good, I need water. The 5 minutes was over. They know where to catch us.
Rabbi, from what age does this hold true? Can I tell a 2-year-old no more water?
No. You put him to bed, probably with a bottle, I don't know what. We're talking older ones already, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Now here we go. Sometimes the kids keep coming down from the bed. They're coming out. Mommy, we can't sleep. Mommy, he is bothering me. Mommy, he makes me laugh. Mommy, he pinch me in and out, until you're losing your mind. And they like to do it. When they see Ima losing your mind, they say, oh, very good. So now I'm going to ask you to do things which you never were accustomed before. You stand by the opening of the door, by the opening of the room, and you stand there with a book and say, nobody is coming out. Take a chair, you sit there, and Ima is here until you're not coming out of the room. You're not. When was the last time that you did it? You're going back to the kitchen and say, if you're coming out, you see what I'm going to do to you. And the child said, nah, what you can do already. And again, and again, and again. And then your words are worthless. The child will not take you seriously. Take your chair and say, oh, I see that you cannot stay in bed. Okay. Ima will sit over here. I'll read my book. Here's my coffee. You're not coming out of here. What can they do now? But you, Ima, my laundry, my cooking for Shabbat, and this one, I have to do this, I have to do that. Okay. Okay. So you have to decide what is more important, to put the child in his place or the salad for Shabbat. I'll tell you, forget Shabbat. This is more important. Sit there, nicely, leg on top of the leg, take a book, and the child knows Ima is not going to move.
Rabbi, is this you saying all the time to do, or just several times, couple of times?
It's not an easy mission because you want to teach them a new system now. Hopefully you're going to do it, hopefully. And you need time, but don't give up.
Because Ima, he does need to do other things, you know.
You don't have to
There's
do
there's a lot to do.
nothing to do. Now come the priority. Is your mental health of your child important for you? Yes or no?
Yes, it is. And what if it takes more than 1 hour to put them to sleep?
That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Hashem gave you a test. Many, many things that for you is so important, I want to tell you is not important. The house will stay mess, let it stay mess. My child is more important than any other mess. Mess I can fix tomorrow. A character I cannot fix tomorrow. And when my child will grow up, he has to go to therapy. That's what you want? It's time to sit down and start to prioritize things. Where is this child in the priority list?
Rabbi, also, when you mentioned before, you're inviting competition if you are disciplining with anger and being too tough. What did you exactly mean by that? Can you please elaborate it?
Can you smile?
Yes, of course.
Can you hold the child tight?
Yes.
Without any anger?
No?
Huh?
Yes, of course. So
now
you're
you
saying
have
not to show anger and just smile and discipline with love.
Yes.
In order not to invite competition. Meaning like fights and arguments.
If it's a girl, you tell her that Malka is going to the shower. Do you want me to put you inside, or you want to walk by yourself? Huh?
When they don't listen, Rabbi, when they don't listen,
I'm
and you
giving her
show
free choice. You
anger.
want to go or not? If she chooses not to choose, so you hold her hand in a very nice way, tightly. And smile and say, okay, I see that it's very difficult for you to choose, so you decided not to choose. So Ima will choose for you. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I can see it's difficult for you. Okay, good. Stay calm.
Rabbi, can I say something, please?
Yes, you can say.
I remember earlier on, though, on a few occasions in past lectures, you mentioned about kind of like the free will and not forcing, the children to do anything. None of us like to be forced, and we should give them that. So, A, is that not kind of intimidating and forcing them? And B, even if you get them to the shower, there's still future confrontation and stubbornness that you are still awaiting, even if you get them to the shower.
Because you have to teach them. And by the way, this is not called forcing. This house has a system, boundaries, okay, and everybody have to follow. When you have speed limit, right? It's a force, or they're doing it for your own good.
For their own good.
We spoke about it. I don't know if you heard it. Okay. When I'm saying to the child, everything is for you. For you, I'm only a messenger. I'm saying to you what Hashem ordered me to tell you. So, no. And we have to obey also. So they have nothing to say. I'm not forcing, means I'm implementing on you things that I'm not doing by myself. You remember the incidents with the masks, huh? The one that implemented the masks, many times we saw them in the restaurant without a mask.
Oh,
And
yeah.
everybody were screaming, foul. How can it be? That's called, I'll force on you, but it's not including me. Okay?
Yes.
To be continued. We only started. My advice, you bring a notebook and you should write everything down, and you go over it time after time after time, because we have to change also. Our behavior is not right.
So Rabbi, quick last question. If we do implement everything with being too strict or too, tough or anger, what effect it could have on a child and, later on in the life?
He'll be rebellion.
He'll be a rebellion. As a teenager, then it'll be a problem.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So definitely not, that's not the way to discipline the child.
No.
Even if the child doesn't listen.
You smile at it.
So everything with like quiet voice and smile and nicely and nothing with aggression. No matter what the child does.
Don't be aggressive. You're not gonna reach nothing with aggressiveness.
You're not going to teach the child this way. I got you.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Good night, everyone.
Night,
Good night,
everybody.
Abraham.
Good night. Good
Thank
night,
you,
David.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Tomorrow we
Thank
have,
you.
Good night, Farhad.
and hopefully 12:45 tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.